All right, you guys, welcome. So, I want to talk about living on my descendant line. Now, this is gonna vary I just want to say for everyone, it's gonna be different for everyone. My descendant line is in the sign of Capricorn. So, I came straight to hell. Okay. Yeah, that's so funny. No, but like seriously, I descended straight into hell, the world, right? Capricorn would be the world, right? Um, Living on my descendant line, born and raised on my descendant line, I kind of went with like the flow of my surroundings. So I kind of like shape shifted and went with the flow of my surroundings, my upbringing. Now, there are other planetary placements that played a part in this, but in the city, the song that's coming to my head is Party Next Door. I'm from the city where you ain't gotta love to fuck. You ain't gotta love to fuck. If you know, you know. But yeah, so living on my Capricorn descendant line was a lot of me learning the ways of the world. Okay, so it was kind of like not the ways of the world, but the structures set by the people who try to control the world. So it was just like a lot of things that I thought I wanted to do were slowed down. Thank God Saturn slows things down. Because if you think about it, Saturn's ruled by Capricorn and it slows things down. So I was literally like dragged down to see the structures in the societies and the fear and the ethic of and the karma of what happens. It was kind of like cause and effect of what happens when you go after something. Learning really to decipher that not every desire would be my own desire. It is just something that I was subconsciously picking up and thought that it was something I wanted or something that I needed. And then, ask you shall receive. Half of the time when I got what I asked for, I realized, oh, that is not what I needed. You know what I'm saying? So, living on my descendant line definitely made me more like out into society, I want to say, not really self inwards. It made me focus on the material, because that's my upbringing. Now, for someone else living on their descendant line, whatever that environment of your city or the environment of your neighborhood and the people you grow up around, that I can say is the descendant makes you focus on other people's needs. Not to mention with my descendant being in my 7th house of partnerships and relationships, I was attracted to people who had what it seemed, my left eye is twitching. Y'all see that? What it seemed to seemed like they had it together, but really they didn't have it together. So dang, that was like confirmation. Did y'all see that? It seemed like they had it together, like fast money was a thing, and fast money is not a thing. It took me 26 years to learn that fast money goes by as fast as it goes, especially if you don't invest it. So it was just like the false foundations. After a while, God woke me up. I had an awakening, and I had to start going inwards because I was so focused on the outwards. It was like I went way to one end for the higher purpose to understand what happens when people go to that side, when they go to the left. too far, you know, like they just stay in the physical realm and they forget about their emotional or their spiritual realms. And now that I went way over into the deep end of that, I'm bringing myself back to the center of it and trying not to, you know, go way to the left, way to the right, you know, trying to look at things in a more dualistic state. So it's like living on my descendant line was, I get attracted by, I had to learn that people are deeper than that, you know, like the superficiality of it. Capricorn is like tangible things. This is like, I would be attracted by people who had nice cars or nice homes, but it's deeper than that, because you have to think about how they got these homes, how they accumulated this. Is it fully paid off? You know, just like very calculated things that you have to pay attention to the details. And I also had to learn how to not be so harsh on myself and others who haven't accumulated that. So it was like, you know, not judging a book by its cover. I had to learn that we all have ups and downs, and it's all for a higher purpose. All right, so this was, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to state here about living on my descendant line in Capricorn. Yeah, and I really had to think like more long term. Capricorn is something that's slow, so it's like building long term. I had to think of long term, paying attention to the long term and being kind to myself about the progression in every step, you know, like being grateful for being in the moment of creating that, like having a visual of what I'm creating, you know, keeping faith, but still enjoying the journey of it. So that was another thing I had to learn as well. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for future videos on me living on Astrocartography.